Vicinity FM àwa ní bàbá. Vicinity 95.3 FM Ìkejì ilé. Ọ̀tọ̀ nìkan láàrin òkúta ayàtọ̀ sí wọn jọ̀ọ́jọ̀ọ́.
Music, sports,
in towards Lukaku,
entertainment, politics, all on your darling station, Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ìkejì-ilé, Ìjẹ̀ṣà.
Resin got that sauce in it.
Production.
It's a cooler afternoon right here on the YouTube of Ìkejì-ilé. Yes, Vicinity 95.3 FM. Yeah, I'm your host this afternoon on Teachers of Years, OLUWAFUNKE, Israel. Welcome on the show. Do well to know you can join the conversation this afternoon on our Facebook page at Vicinity 95.3 FM. We also on YouTube live on our YouTube channel Vicinity 95.3 FM, and also follow us on all other over social media handles at Vicinity 953 FM radio at on Instagram and Vicinity Radio on X. Don't forget, you can download Vicinity FM app on Play Store. And let's get right into it this afternoon. What do I have for you at this corner? Well, one of the headlines making rounds today on teachers. Of course, you say, how does this concern teachers? So when we create more higher institution of learning, you know what that means? We are going to have people to work the academic staff, non-academic staff, even we would ensure that students enroll. And now federal government have decided to place 7 years ban on proliferation, on creation of higher institution of learning. Give us a round of applause. You ask me, why is this? Okay, let's ask ourselves this very, very genuine question. With the universities we have on ground, please answer this question. If the federal government or authorities in the education sector decide to add more to what we have, do you think it will improve the sector? Or what does this mean for you when the ones we have on ground, we're yet to even cater for them and provide necessary infrastructure to see that they grow, either even attending. And in the ever-evolving world we are today, we know we want to see more improvements in the education sector. So let's move away from the ban. The ban, there's already a ban, so that stays until further notice. Now bringing me to Oyo State. Well, the governor of Oyo State, the person of Engineer Seyi Makinde, has introduced the use of ICT tools to schools and to teachers, offering distributed over 18,000 tablets to teachers in schools across Oyo State. Yeah, this is a good one, to talk about. This is what we want to see. Like, more attention is being given. Now you want to provide lesson notes and make preparations for your lessons. You need information, and where do you get to access this information if you do not have the necessary tools to access it? The Oyo State government did this on Tuesday, that was 2 days ago, distributed 18,000 tablet devices to teachers in public primary secondary schools across the state and the 33 local government areas as part of efforts to boost teaching efficiency and improve learning outcomes. Governor Seyi Makinde, who was represented by his deputy, Bayo Lawal, performed the presentation at Emmanuel College. He announced that all beneficiaries will undergo compulsory 4-week training at 16 centers across the state to ensure they acquire the knowledge and skills needed to use the devices effectively. The intervention program is facilitated by the Global Partnership in Education, sponsored by the World Bank in collaboration with the Universal Basic Education Commission and the Oyo State Universal Basic Education Board. This is to provide the tablets are preloaded with teaching resources. So this is it. So we will not have to wonder or think of how they get, what is it now? Data to source for resources. So it's preloaded with academic materials, lesson materials, the curriculum. We have, these are the things to cover for this term, this month. So you have all of these resources. Not that I'll be looking for textbook everywhere. We have resources, materials, no enough. So these tablets will help them, access unlimited materials. Okay, maybe not unlimited because it's already preloaded. And e-learning tools to help teachers prepare and deliver lessons more effectively. It's this simple. Bam, bam, bam. This is not just about giving out the gadgets anyways. It's also about equipping the teachers with modern tools to match global best practices in education. Let's not lie. We are not more in the season of chalkboard and oh yeah, can you hear me? 1, 2, 2. Oh yeah, write it on the, as I write it on the body. So, systems are changing and we should evolve with the times. We should evolve, and this is important. We should find ways to empower and enhance, the teaching profession. And this is a good one, I must say. Yes, and the government also explained, the governor, Seyi Makinde, also explained that the tablet will also be used to track lesson plans, assess students' performance, and provide real-time data for educational planning and policy formulation. Well, since there's going to be a training, at least it will give them, the necessary information on how to navigate the use of these ICT tools. That's a good one. Let's give Oyo State, let's give them, let's say kudos to them at this time, for picking on something this interesting and for teachers. This is what we love to hear, and this is what we love to see. And this brings me to Jigawa State. I don't like what's here. So Jigawa government has uncovered teachers receiving salary despite absconding for 14 years. Free money, 14 years. See, let's even say the money they are paying you is even just 30,000 naira. See, money you are not working for is free money. As far as I'm concerned, let's say the money is even as low as 30,000 naira for 14 years. For 14 years. 14 years. You take this every This is over 5 million naira. Yes, let's say they pay you 30,000 naira per month. Count 14 years. We have 12 months. 12 months in a year, and for 14 years. So let's say 12 times 14. This gives us 168. So let's put the 168 to 130 to 30,000 naira. 5 million. You see? 5 million naira. And someone say for 14 years, just 5 million naira. Well, the money you did not work for, you should not get. So at this point, let's say the person is even putting it away and say, let me just be keeping this money. Since I'm not even working there, I've absconded, they are still paying me money. So these are the things we're saying. System. When people vacate a system or they disengage from a system, unemployment, or they did not even disengage, they absconded. 1 month, 2 months, there should be reports. They work under somebody, for crying out loud. They work under a head teacher or a head of school. So even if the ministry does not know, or the state's teachers commission has no information on it, I believe they work under somebody. No school operate on its own now without a head. So this head should be the one processing this information. We don't share data, and that's the problem we have in our country. We do not share data. We do not review our data. We do not do updates. And when we don't do these things, when some teachers are still saying we are not getting our pay, some have absconded for over 14 years and they are still getting pay. Just see what's the rationale behind this? How can you even justify this? For somebody who is in the system is not even getting paid, but somebody who is out of the system for a whole long period of 14 years and still getting paid, this is unfair. If you want to use all amount to call it, we say this is unfair. But let's call it the normal way. It's unfair. It's unfair at all to, people who show up every day to do the job. We even still stay at home and say we're on strike. Remember when FCT teachers went on strike, primary school teachers went on strike? They were not still paying them their money. They were on strike for over 90 days. That's 3 months. Still, there was no compassion. Okay, let me not say there was no compassion. I'm not in the position to judge that. But there was no means at all that they could say, okay, let's pay them. They've been away from work. Because even while they were at the workplace, they were not being paid. And they decided that it's better for us to sit back and then continue fighting for our right and showing up. And trust me, showing up is even much more expensive, because some of them will take transports to their place of assignment and the schools where they teach. But if they don't show up, at least the only little thing they have, they can even start thinking of a side also to do during those periods to feed themselves. I'm not saying it's going to be easy for them to get something to do, but somehow at least they have time to do something that might even earn them a little to eat and feed. And at this point, people are still there saying, give us our money, we've worked for, we've not worked for. And then we have, funny people who have absconded and they are still getting paid. And you cannot even report, I'm no longer with you, stop paying me. See, these are the issues. These are the issues. There's no more engagement between you and this place where you work. Even either you absconded or you resigned or you were sacked or you were let to go, just just provide. Somebody will say, who will do that in this country? Say everybody is doing whatever they like. So why will I go and report and say, I no longer work here, you are still paying me? Okay. So these are the things. Now imagine if you were to seek, it's until when other systems start to judge us for the actions we take even in our own home country. That's why you now say they are hard. Look at the new policies some of these countries are making. They tell you they will visit all your past records on whatever it is you're doing with your life or you've done in the past. And this is what they will use to judge you before coming to their country, because they don't want somebody whose hands is not clean. And these are the things. Let's say you absconded to the world and something like this. One day they just bring your name up and say, oop, this person is working in your country but has been defrauding his own country because he's taking their money for free without working. You know what that means? So this is it. You say because it's not they decided to keep paying me. Did you tell them you're no more? You've disengaged from that employment. And these are the issues. So So the thing is that Superb's chairperson Aruna Musa in Jigawa says that over 245 teachers have absconded from class but continue to receive monthly salaries. The Jigawa State University Basic Education Board, Superb, has discovered this, saying after quitting the job, including one of them for over 14 years. And these are people who deserted the work due to educational crisis in the northwest states, maybe due to insecurity and all of that. Saying we're no more interested. But you're still taking the money while you are you've left, the practice a long time ago. So this is what I would say: governments, make them pay back. Somebody said the ones government is owing us, who will make them pay us? That's one I cannot answer. But at this point, when we're paying people who are not working, how can we cover for people who are working and they are not being paid? So this money should be redirected to people who are in active service, not to people who are out of the service. That is the only call I'm making this afternoon for fairness, because some people are away not working, some people are there working and no money. So this money should be going to, if we get our systems right and make sure we update data. Information is important. Let's share information. This will have been discovered if we have, a well lined up system where we know that if somebody has gone, we can easily track it and stop paying them. For 14 years, are you kidding? Wow. Well, this is where I get to say bye on the show this afternoon, where it's Teachers Affairs, where we'll bring you, our discussions around them. Teachers and the work they do well to join us same time next week from 1 to 1:30. At this point, I just say that if I were the governor of that state, you all will return that money. We will trace you and we will find you. Bye for now.
Sports,
In towards Lukaku.
entertainment, politics, all on your darling station, Vicinity 95.